Hello everyone, welcome back. Another general reading. It's been a long time. I know it's been a long time, and I just wanted to talk with you as well about my experience with ayahuasca. Bottom line, I had to cancel it. So there was no experience. My spirit guides insisted as that strictly no while I was already on the journey. So I just had to follow up to that, and I'm actually glad that I didn't go. I had a wonderful solo trip and a huge experience on my own. And actually, you can just check that out on Instagram. The link is down in the description box below. You can see all the stories, what I've been through, where I went. I've done like a whole roll around. So yeah, it was not necessary. My guides were like strictly no. That was the only thing that I could hear, strictly no. And so if you want to know my advice or experience with that, you need to know really 100% if you want to go or not, and follow your own guidance with that, because it is still risky. So you need to ask yourself if you want to take any risks. So yeah, that's actually about it, about the ayahuasca. So I'm sure that many of you have already gone there and everything is fine, but for those who are still wondering whether they should go or not, it should be really onto your own guides. And my guides just said no, so I could not, cannot argue with that, right? So let's just start with a relationship reading. I know that a lot of you really like those that I did, all right, where I do like more a feminine side and a masculine side. You can apply it to any relationship or your soulmate relationship. I will try to do some advices for each zodiac sign at the end of it, if it's not going to take forever, because sometimes I do take forever, I do take forever. But let's just see. It's just been a long time. It has been like crazy hectic for me, very busy. I did find out like my new soul's purpose while I was away, so it was definitely worth to go traveling. That's the Sagittarius energy, right? Like when we are going abroad and we're traveling and we're experiencing, there's like so many creative ideas that come up. Well, when I'm here, I'm just like here all day, every day, doing work, doing readings. So it's very necessary for Sagittarius to be out there and to experience instead of just like sitting at the desk. That's not something that Sagittarius do, even though I do love my work, right? So let's just see, let's just ask the spirits, where are you guys at in your relationships? Where are my subscribers at? All right. We got the Three of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. I like that. This is new collaborations and wanting to have a real commitment. There is a lot of work that you have put into this relationship and dedicated a lot of your time, energy, and effort. And it's kind of like this trust feeling of like, I know I'm going to get it. I know it's going to come. Like, I know it's just like a lot of patience, a lot of nurturing, a lot of care, and like working towards your goals, making goals and working towards it. Some of you may be very much focused on only work as well. It's kind of like in the back of your mind, knowing like, hey, I know it's when this opportunity is going to show itself or the commitment is going to show itself, it's okay. I know it's going to come. I feel like there is this faith because you know that you work towards it. Like this could be like a relationship, even though it's like a, in a soulmate relationship, it could be like 3 years where you have been working real hard in maintaining your goals and achieving your goals, whether it's on personal level, on social level, or career level, or even love. You know what you want. Look at that. The Queen of Swords. So you don't want anything less than what your worth is. And the Three of Pentacles is really building up towards something, and this is definitely the word of the value that you can put into a relationship. So even if you are not dealing with anyone, you still have the faith that the right opportunity will present itself, because you know that you are in alignment. The 3 is in alignment with the universe, right? And the Queen of Swords is definitely saying like, hey, I know what I want, I know how I'm gonna get it. You are not being emotionally too much detached to it, on it. Also, we had, of course, the lunar eclipse in Capricorn. So a lot of us have been working towards releasing karmic cycles, karmic patterns. You know, if there is any codependency or any negativity or pattern within yourself or the relationship, you have had the information to release it. You know exactly what it is. It could be sadness, it could be anger, it could be like resentment, it could be addiction, it could be being overly protective, it could be anything. It could be fear of the unknown, fear of not getting what you want, control issues, anything. So, and if you did not receive that, it will come, all right? That could come in like the Tower moment, as in like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. I got some neediness, or I got some codependency issues, or I got some control issues, or you could see it clearly from the person that you're dealing with. So there is some collaboration here going on, and that release with the full moon, I hope you guys did the release properly and in the right way. If not, like I said, it is still going to come in. Like, it is still going to, like, this is the month that you're going to get that epiphany, like, oh, okay. But for majority of you, it's already like clear. It's crystal clear. Look at that. She's like crystal clear. She got the rose quartz here. She knows exactly what her heart beats for and what she will accept and what she won't accept. So releasing the karmic cycle and the karmic patterns have been major. And that gives you a validation almost, or some kind of a, you feel safe, you feel secure. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you know, you've done the work, you know, you've progressed a lot, and you've dedicated a lot of your energy. You even created new opportunities for yourself on a financial level as well, which gives you the confidence as well, right? And the Queen of Swords tells me that emotional baggage, emotional baggage has been erased by you. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Wow. This is absolutely interesting. I got the 9 of Wands with the 5 of Cups on their side. So they are still, you know, I feel like you're ahead. You're ahead of the game right now. Definitely with the Empress card, you are ahead of the game. You finally know your worth, all right? And you got a big pentacle there of abundance of worth. You know your worth. You have your self-respect, self-value. You know everything. And you come across like, you can't mess with me anymore. Like, that's like your energy. Like, nobody can mess with me. I know who I am. I know what I want, and that's about it. And you got the Empress, so you are aware of your creative skills as well, your creative abundance that you are creating at this point. This, on the other side, we have someone that is turned up. They are still very sad. They're kind of like grieving, not even kind of. They're very sad about the way that they've treated you. Perhaps they did not think that you could manage what you manage right now. But even though I don't feel like that's the case, it's just like they are trying to hide their sadness. They don't know how to deal with their sadness, because you, with this Queen of Swords, even though you put time, energy, and dedication into the relationship, or even not, you come across as in like, you gotta do your job, you gotta do your work. So it's kind of like you're watching them from the background, seeing if they're doing the right thing or not. And if they're not, you can just like jump in like a mother to help, you know, that kind of energy. So this person is still kind of like beaten up by the energies. They don't know how to express themselves. They have still this wall up because internally they are still crying. I can feel they are crying, they're purging, and they feel like they need to They can be very irritated as well, and that's because they're grieving about what they have done. They grieve about things that have occurred here, all right? Maybe they were too optimistic in the way that they treated you, thinking that everything would always work in their favor with this unicorn here, but then realizing that it's just not working like that. And I feel like they need a helping hand with the Nine of Wands. They're trying to do everything by themselves, try to not incorporate you in their healing process, because they know that you have been through that and now they have to go through it, and they feel like it's tough, it's very tough, and they would like to have a helping hand, but at the same time they know that they cannot knock on your door. They have to do it on themselves, which they will. The King of Wands is going through a spiritual awakening here that can birth a power and strength to create something or create an opportunity. So there's definitely an opportunity that is coming here. Let's see. I want to see what the overall energy between both of you is. The ego. Okay. Very interesting. So you got the ego here. So there's a lot of pride from your side now as well. And you can always switch the energies, right? There is a lot of pride here that needs to be thrown away. And maybe you are already aware of that, right? That this is... let's see, what is their situation right now? Interesting. Empress. Wow. Empress, look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. So both of you are kind of like aware that this old dynamic is now completely diminished. It's gone and it needs to be gone. But you might be also hiding yourself behind your own ego, feeling that this person is also hiding themselves in their own ego. And there is a need for both of you to collapse that. This person is definitely looking at you, feeling like you are the one that is being perhaps a bit arrogant as well. With the ego card being on your side, that could definitely be the case, but they are definitely looking at you as in like you need to make those changes, right? Like not even about yourself, it's about like the relationship. Like that's what this person has always seen from you, right? You putting the energy, you putting the effort. So now they are waiting for you to get out of your pride and just change the dynamic here. And they're quite in a loving place though. They look at you as something, as I said, very valuable. They know your worth. Here we have the Emperor as well, so definitely. Let's see. What is the blockage for you? The Judgment. And the Page of Wands. So there are some things that you don't want to talk about either when it comes to the past. Like I said, you may have even felt like there is a gap within the spiritual connection as well. You may have felt like you were a bit more superior, if I may say that, than the other person, and that the communication is, you know, always on you, and that's something that you don't want to do anymore. With this Judgment on the Page of Wands, I feel it's something that you don't want to do anymore. There is also something that you need to realize about yourself. You have not been very mature in your own communication, and you have been very flighty. You have been very I don't want to say downgrading, but I heard the word like downgrading. I feel that you may not even realize the way that you speak to this individual, and that's something that you need to take a closer look at and expand. You need to review right? You need to review your own way of communicating with this individual, because I feel like you're not very aware of that, and there is a huge awakening of the way that you need to communicate from this point on. So maybe you have not shown any curiosity or interest in this person's feelings or life or things like that, which is blocking you. So there is a need for you to be more curious about where they are, instead of like, when am I going to get my whatever I want? You know, that could be something that is still in a needy phase, right? So this person is definitely going through a loss, through a sadness, through grief, through pain. You may know it, but you don't communicate about that. What's their blockage? Ooh, heavy. Chariot with the devil. So this person is restricting themselves to make a move towards you. They have this urge. They know that they need to move towards you. They want to move towards you, but they're emotionally blocked. They could be very they're definitely emotionally blocked, could be even emotionally manipulating you, or holding themselves back. I feel like they hold themselves back a lot. They want to come towards you physically, but they hold themselves back a lot, which is their cause. There could be a lot of sexual tension between both of you as well, and they can't seem to decipher or figure out whether it is like the real deal or whether it is lust. So there is definitely this love and lust kind of doubt that they are going through, is what I'm seeing here as well. I feel like there are also other issues, definitely some emotional blockages and fears and codependency issues on this side. This is Cancer. This rules the motherhood, the fourth house. This is the devil. So there is definitely this not wanting to be totally in someone's energy, you know, like trying to, and this is, by the way, Cancer towards Capricorn. This person could have like North Node, South Node, Cancer, Capricorn, where they need to come out of a period of, how do I say this? I don't know. I feel a need of wanting to be needed, but being afraid of being too close, because Cancerian energy can be too overwhelming and too close, right? So they're afraid of that. They're definitely afraid of that. They're going back and forth on it. They're going back and forth on it. If there is a distance between both of you, this could be definitely a reason for them to hold off in coming towards you. You got the Three of Cups. And we've got the Queen of Swords. All right. So this is someone that has been in a very toxic relationship where someone has emotionally drained them and manipulate them, definitely emotionally. And this is something that keeps coming back to the surface when they are dealing with you. This could be a past life situation or just this lifetime. And they are always afraid to show their true emotions and their true feelings because they feel like someone is always going to take advantage of that. And that's kind of like the cycle of the devil that they are in. And that could be why they always want you to come forward to them so that they feel like they have everything in control. The Queen of Swords is saying that they need to cut out this past energy, and they may not be aware of how to do that, and they may be actually looking at you to actually guide them in some kind of way, but you feel like you don't know how to do that. That's what I feel. But this is someone that can be very cold and detached, but internally they have a lot of things that is going on with them. You have the Three of Cups, so this is someone that you have not been in reconciliation with. There is a huge emphasis on growth here. We got 3 threes here, so 333 is going to be a very important number, meaning that whatever you're doing, you are on the right path, you are being guided, and you are being you know, pushed into the right direction to take action towards what you want to take action on. So use your intuition, use your own guidance to make some decisions when it comes to this relationship, because this is kind of like a very difficult relationship here. Let me see, what is their advice? What is their advice? Two of Swords wanted to come out. They need some more time though. They need some more time to realize that you are not the same person. I feel like they keep on referring you, and it could be also a motherhood issue again, right? Because Cancer rules the motherhood. They look at you as if you are a mother. So maybe you have been mothering this person too much, you know, helping them too much, mothering them too much. Or if you haven't, it's still like the complete opposite situation. Then it could be that their mother did not mother them as much, and they feel like you are not mothering them either, so they feel conflicted and in fear. So there is definitely a motherhood issue here that they are going through. What is their advice? Ace of Swords. Clear communication, cut through communication, and also like making a decisive decision to cut off the past energy and this, you know, rolling in the sadness here, and always protecting their heart and not letting anyone in, because in their heart they are grieving, they are still crying. That's the worst part. And because of their sadness, they tend to react with fear and restrict themselves emotionally in coming forward, and always represent themselves as, you know, tough to talk to, tough to deal with. And at the same time, they look at you as you are the savior and the mother. So that's very conflicting, right? But this is the mother and the father. So for some of them, the relationship of their parents may have, you know, been very bad, and they are projecting that to this relationship and feel like, well, if that was not real and my dad or my mom cheated, then no, I'm not going to do that. That's kind of like the energy. So they need to make a clear-cut decision and have the real talk towards you, and tell you about their fears that they are projecting on you. Well, go ahead and tell them that, right? What is your advice? Two of Pentacles. This is kind of like saying you got to work with the energies. You got to be flexible. You need to, you know, juggle with it. You need to deal with it. You need to handle it. You need to be, that's what it says. I'm sorry. You need to accept that this person can be wishy-washy, all right? And that they need some time, and that you need to, you know, keep yourself busy with a lot of other things and keep your mind distracted by it, and just like be able to go with the flow, direct your energy on other areas which you're already doing, and keep on doing that until it will resolve itself. But this could also be saying, like, you know, make that decision to drop the bomb and to, you know, push away your own ego and pride, and have that real talk about coming together if you have been, you know, ego tripping here as well. But to me, this is saying that you need to be flexible with this individual while they're going through their disasters, so to speak. But most definitely this person has been very, very sad. They're still grieving. They don't know how to heal themselves. And they don't tell anyone, all right? They don't tell anyone about this. We've got prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receive it. That's definitely what you are dealing with. I feel like this person is also creating something within their own situation, and they would love to see you give care and nurture that as well. But they are on a very creative path themselves, is what I'm seeing here. But there's a lot of abundance coming your way, which is a good thing. This person as well, though, they're going to succeed at breaking free from those restrictions or restricting themselves on an emotional level. And maybe they have some kind of an addiction problem that they haven't talked to you about, right? It's like someone that always goes into a corner and always, you know, cries themselves to sleep, or just drinks a lot and just falls asleep. That kind of energy is going on here, which is quite sad. Here we have speak your truth and express yourself clearly. So that's definitely for this other party. Then they will, but I feel like they are feeling a bit ashamed. That's why they don't speak up. But if you are not in contact with this individual, it says someone you love is thinking fondly at you at the moment. So I feel like if there has been a huge disconnect, they still think about you. They still care about you. They just don't know how to deal with their own misery. This is really like misery that they feel at this point. That's what I feel. And because of that misery, they may be just like attacking you because they don't know what to do with the pain and the hurt. So I feel like there is some truth about why they are so sad, and it might be due to you or it might not, but this is something that they cannot talk to with anyone. And because of that, they might be drinking or smoking or taking whatever it is just to get their mind off. Pride, what did I say? There's both of you being in this pride situation, like, I don't even... Pride in not communicating as well. So both of you are not communicating. Both of you are in that pride, ego. I told you. And even if you are in communication, this is still saying that something very important from the past is still not talked about from your end and also from their end. So, and you can say like, oh no, there's nothing with me, but that's your conscious saying that. But your subconscious may have something that you need to talk about too, but you're not doing it because you've already pushed it away. And I feel like this person has done that for a long time too, until they started to cry out and purge out and started to realize how they did damage to themselves and to this relationship. And also on your end, you have the 8 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Jeez. Okay, so there is a lot of work that you need to still put on this situation. Like I said, you need to be flexible. You need to be flexible in the situation. And with this High Priestess, there could be still a lot of spiritual work that you need to put in here as well. It could be even that you need to put in work when it comes to telepathic communication or using your intuition in a much better way to feel what they need or feel what their problem or the source of the issue is. Many of you have been very loyal to this individual as well, as what I'm seeing. That could be one of the things that they are feeling very sad about because they feel that you have been very loyal to them. Meditation, see, I got meditation here and hope. So some of you need to really start meditating. And when you meditate, you really need to put the work in connecting with this individual or talking to this individual in your meditation. It will give you a lot of answers from the higher self. That's what I'm seeing here. Wow, see the seed. There's definitely someone here both of you, I feel, are deceiving one another in a particular situation that has to do with this pride and ego, right? This is like very deceptive energy. And beauty. Someone is feeling invisible here. Someone is not seeing the truth and the worth of their value. Or you may feel like they are not seeing that, but they are. They're just deceiving you of not seeing that or not making you known. Alright, because they do look at you as the Empress, but they're deceiving you and making you feel like you are invisible. And that's how they get their gain as the Devil. Because if they give you the feeling that you are not worth it or you're not beautiful, you are going to keep on trying more and more and more. And that's when the Devil energy can take, and they feel like very secure because you keep on giving them. So this is how they do it. This is how they deceive you. This is how they deceive you. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. Wow. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. That's exactly how they deceive you. They just act like you're invisible and that they don't see your beauty, all right? Even though they are attracted to you, like parenting. That's what I'm saying. Parenting. I mean, you cannot make this shit up. I can tell you, you cannot make this shit up. You are ought to be a parent, but they don't want that. That's the problem. You've been doing that and they don't want it, and now you need to take back the energy, but you need to find another way to still do it. But not still do it as in like in a manipulative way, but you need to be flexible and find out a new way to, you know, still keep on nurturing and parenting the situation without being, you know, like a real mother to them. You get what I mean? But the main lesson here is definitely about parenting for this individual. And for you perhaps as well, maybe you're tired of parenting this individual. Maybe you're tired of always telling them what to do or how to deal with something, or, you know, to stop this, stop smoking, or, you know, to be less controlling. Like, it's tiring to keep on mothering. But at the end of the day, if you are a woman, you know, it's the job of a woman to still be like the mother, right? Eventually. And they have this energy of like motherhood in them and the masculine fatherhood that is conflicting, and they need to mend these energies in order to move things forward. So they need to be caring and loving and open, and at the same time they need to be the man of the relationship and do whatever they need to do to take on their responsibilities, right? Capricorn versus Cancer. High Priestess, all right. A mystery is to be unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you're being led and for what purpose. So there's definitely a new purpose for you coming. This is definitely the High Priestess saying there is a new purpose with this Eight of Pentacles. This is a life path skill that you are working on that is coming to you, and what you need to do is to meditate and you will receive the answers. This is definitely huge. Let me see if I want to draw one more card. Let's pull one from the Light Workers deck. And then, okay. Creating heaven on earth is happening and cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So there is definitely a lot of blossoming here going on. Whatever you've been working on and creating with this beauty card as well, it is going to manifest itself in the material world. There is a lot going on the earthly ground for you that is going to change your life for the better. And I feel like a very significant information or a mystery is going to be unveiled to you in order to make that happen in this lifetime or in this world. So there's your whole soul's purpose is going to be enlightened for you. So it's going to be cracked open for you, not to you. So there is a lot of energies working together with you in order to create this harmony as well, is what I'm seeing. And it's happening. It's happening. Okay, that's what is your soul calling you to do. Some of you are just neglecting your own soul's calling and just not listening to that. Let's see with this deck. Wow, look at that. Grandmother Ocean. There's definitely something that's being given birth to, all right? And you know what they say with a baby, it can only be created by two people, right? So I feel like there is this soul's purpose for you and for this other person, but someone is afraid of that because they like to keep things separate. And look at that. Ooh, why do we always get this? Why do we always get this in every freaking thing? This is definitely on their part. You got the Magician, the magic of the Coelian Druid, caution, secrecy, and worry, and experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. So there's definitely, again, a dangerous individual. This is a female. This is definitely a female that is doing some magic here, again, on this individual to perhaps like confuse them, or this is something that has taken place and they need to restrict themselves out of it, or like get themselves out of that restriction, because I do have this letting go and adrift. So I feel like this is one of the reasons this person may be still working their magic on this individual and maybe attract them or lure them in with lust, even though I don't have the lust card, but I do have the deceit card. This is someone that has been deceived by someone that has been very cruel in manipulating the energies, and not a good energy. This is definitely someone that, I hate to say it, but it just comes up in every reading, and this is just what the card means. This is someone that is manipulating the energies, and they're someone that you need to be taking, you know, be afraid of. And I feel it's more on their side and not yours. So, but this is the end of it. So this feels like the sequel of the readings that I've done earlier on. You'll know which one. And this is the letting go. This is like them coming out of that soul cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. But look closely at this card. It's the woman that is rescuing the masculine. So parenting and rescuing the masculine. All right. So they feel, oh, this is so heavy. This is so heavy. Allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. So I feel like it's already done, and they know who it is. They know they got out of it, but now they are afraid to move forward. I feel like it's done. It's already done. Because you cannot have the same energy popping up again. It's done. I feel it's done here. So I think I will start with the other reading and see how far we come. It might just break into half, so I have to make another video out of it, so you know. All right. Let's see what your messages are for each individual sign. And let's just use this deck. All right. Let's start with, let's just do the fire signs first. Aries, Leo, and Sag. What are the advices for each sign? Aries, Leo, and Sag. Aries, you got the 8 of Pentacles. There's something that you still need to put a lot of effort and energy in. All right, you're already working on it, and it is going to provide you from continuous manifestation. All right, you are in a manifesting mood. There might be some aspects that you need to focus your energy on as well. All right, this might be even with this Three of Swords, some pain from the past that you need to release, because it might be distracting you from creating the abundance that you want. For others of you, there is definitely a new skill that is going to come to the right horizon for you, which you need to do a little bit more research on and just like focus on creating that, like managing that skill for yourself. But overall, in your YouTube reading, there was also a lot about your manifestation and work. So good job. And I feel like whatever you reap right now, you will sow. So the more you put your heart into it, the more you will receive. Ooh, Leo, 10 of Swords to the 2 of Swords. Leo, you've been dragging some kind of ending for a long time. You don't want to look at it, you don't want to face it, you don't want to think about it, but it needs some kind of a completion. You need to surrender to it. If it's someone that has been trying to hurt you, even purposely, or they're doing some stuff behind your back, you've been trying to ignore it, and you need to step up to the game. You need to step up the plate, you need to surrender to it, and you need to accept it. If someone is not messaging you or they're not contacting you, you need to stop tiptoeing around the issue and you need to cut it off. You need to cut it off. No answer is also an answer is what I'm seeing here. Sagittarius, 7 of Wands. So there is something that you need to prove your point on with the 7 of Wands. You are being advised to not give up your faith in the situation, that you still need to work to manifest your goals as well. All right, there are a lot of people that are telling you opposing things that you need to stop, you know, taking on their opinion. You need to stand on your own and do whatever you feel is right. If someone is trying to tell you what to do, it's like Sagittarius, don't even try, don't even try. But I don't know, these are talking a lot about boundaries, and I have the Moon card here. So this might be telling that your mind might illude you, and that you need to stand firmly on the ground and fight these illusions off. Don't let anyone talk fear into you or deceive you, all right? Knight of Cups. All right, there is someone that's coming in and you need to prove your point to this individual. All right, you need to speak up loud and clearly about how you feel about the situation with this individual, and do not let this person easily sway you off your feet at all. They need to be pushed back and made clear that how they have been treating you or how they crossed your boundary. All right, so this person is going to come in to sweep you off your feet with some romance, and don't get the knees weak towards this individual. You gotta be strong, all right? Just wanted to pull some more cards for Aries, since we had some here. We got the Wheel of Fortune and the 6 of Cups. So again, it's saying that you still have some, it's the same energy. You still have a lot of things that you need to work on from the past, because they can influence your path, and you cannot have the breakthrough that you want in the situation, all right? So we have the Ace of Pentacles for everyone involved here. So there is going to be a new opportunity that comes your way, of all of you,